I know, another fitness influencer making content in the gym with a chicken. Can't anyone be original? But bear with me, because a couple of weeks ago I made this video where I explained that I was going to be getting back in this shape. And people kept asking me the same two questions, so I thought I'd answer them. I thought, you were plant-based, what's with all the animals, and does this mean you'll be starting to use testosterone again? I was going to cover them both in one video, but I was worried that if I did vegan and steroids together, I'd attract so many angry trolls, one would probably die in the crush and YouTube would flag my content as dangerous. So animals for dinner first. My diet history is that from the age of 0 to about 45, I ate all the animals. Then my wife became vegan. I tried eating like a vegan for a month, just for a YouTube video, and never went back to meat again. Why? Well, I found it very simple to stick to and noticed almost no impact on my training or performance or health in general. I just carried on getting fitter, as I had been doing on meat. Then I decided to read up on animal farming for the first time ever really, and just thought, that is not for me. And that was that. It wasn't something I discussed much here because it wasn't something I gave much thought to. What you don't eat doesn't occupy your mind much. For example, you probably don't walk around thinking you don't eat giraffe. You just don't eat them. However, to stick with that analogy, what I found was that I was being offered giraffe a lot and would simply say, no thanks, I don't eat giraffe, but would then get met with interesting feedback. People would say, you're a weirdo then, your choice to not eat giraffe means you are going to get sick and your performance will suffer and you will waste away to nothing and then you'll die. And do you not realise how many giraffes get killed just to harvest the potatoes that make your vegan chips? Don't you watch Joe Rogan's podcast and what's wrong with a real potato? And do you guys ever shut up about not eating giraffe? So I made a video a while ago explaining I was not going to use the vegan label. I was just going to be called fussy. I wasn't actually going to change anything I did. I just hoped people would shut the fuck up about giraffes. So some people are fussy and don't eat dogs. I'm the same, but I'm a bit more fussy because I don't eat the other animals either. So vegan without the label. And that is vegan, not plant-based. Plant-based is about what you eat, not what you think about animals. You can be plant-based and punch cats for fun while wearing a gimp suit made of leather and fur. A vegan would not punch the cat, nor wear the suit, because for them it's about more than just what you eat, irrespective of how stupid cats are. No one's vegan for their dietary health, even if they think it's a positive side effect of being vegan. It's like saying someone's Jewish because they don't want to eat pork. Vegan has been taken over as a word by the food industry, but there's a big difference between plant-based diet and vegan, a philosophy. Anyway, I now eat these, so I'm neither of those and was never Jewish in the first place. Obviously, that has excited the meat eaters because they think it's a sign that they were right all along and I was hours from death before giving in and having scrambled eggs. And it's obviously upset the vegans because it comes out of a chicken. So here's the deal for anyone who cares. My chickens are rescue chickens. Doesn't mean they come help you in an emergency, it just means they are ones from the egg laying industry, which kills them off for dog food at about 1.5 years old, which they can afford to do because there's millions of female chickens hatched each year to replace them. Don't ask about the millions of male chickens, it'll put you off your scrambled eggs. Mine aren't dog food though, they are with me and they are happy and they're 10 times healthier than when they were free range in the factory. Many will argue that the very act of taking chickens like this just allows the egg laying industry to continue, like buying from a puppy farm. I don't believe that. My chickens weren't bred to be pets like puppies. If everyone stopped rescuing chickens, the industry would just carry on regardless. The only thing ever likely to alter that industry is if people actually asked about the male chickens or learning what free range really means. So the chickens are my pets and they lay eggs, so I eat them. Not the act of a vegan, the act of someone who is fussy and likes eggs, and there's a way to get them now without causing harm. Now, saying I enjoy the taste of eggs is not some sort of weird win for the meat eaters. I've always said I understand the appeal of eating meat and dairy and a nice leather jacket for that matter. It all tastes very good. Not the jacket, but there are many things which appeal to me, but I don't just go and help myself if I'm unhappy with the cost of doing so to someone else or something else. Now, I know some vegans would say this egg isn't without cost because I didn't get consent from the chicken, so I shouldn't have helped myself to it. But I don't think a chicken knows what consent is. I think it just knows, like any other animal, if it's content and unstressed, which my chickens are. Oh, and anybody thinking consent from a chicken, those vegan people are nuts, perhaps. But it's an opinion born from a belief system that they feel incredibly strongly about and rooted in the simple idea that you should be nice to animals and then taken to a point which many, me included, do find it hard to relate to. Conversely, the people who just send me pictures of sausages or post comments like, bacon, they're So I'll take the bearded flapjack lover who thinks my chickens ponder the meaning of life over, bacon boy. Oh, my sheep are pet sheep or lawnmowers. They are bred as pets and they have a very different life with me to a regular farm sheep, not least because they might live for 20 years. and they are hair sheep, not wool sheep, so there's no shearing. Now, I'm no fan of an animal that has been bred to the point of being screwed without human support, whether it's a dog that can't breathe properly or sheep that will overheat and die without a barber. I like that my dogs or my sheep or my chickens for that matter gain from living with me, but could be released into the wild and probably do quite all right for themselves. Although if released in the same area, the chickens would probably end up being dog food after all. So in summary, I am not vegan, not plant-based. I don't eat animals, but I do keep them. If I was buying a gimp suit, it'd be synthetic. My milk comes from oats, my eggs come from chickens, and I asked neither the oat nor the chicken if that was okay. If there's a label for that, I've got no idea what it is, so I'm sticking with fussy and accepting that discussing my diet is, as it always was, going to be something I very rarely do, because it was never really very relatable to many people, and now even less so. I don't really think it matters either, because I've been fat on meat and fat as a vegan. I've run ultramarathons on meat and got in great shape as a vegan. I've just concluded that what I eat makes very little difference to my athletic performance, my physique, my health. How much I eat, that does matter and is relatable to many people, so I may well still talk about that, whether it's burgers or chocolates or giraffes. Gotta catch the chicken.